Hey traders, Shane from GMT Futures and FX. I wanted to do a quick run through of SN305. This is one of the systems that we're trading at the moment, and what I want to do is I want to just explain what we've done over the last month in re-engineering or optimizing this strategy to make sure that we pick up the increased volatility. Now, in a previous video, we took you through basically what was happening with the Russell, in that the Russell was going through a period with increased volatility. You can see here, and I'll just move that performance report. You can see that the volatility is rising. We've got our standard volatility standard deviation stochastic here, which measures the volatility of the market. So what we're seeing with the Russell is we're seeing bigger ranging days, more volatility. So what we wanted to do about a month ago is to start looking at how can we capture more of these moves. How can we be in much more of these larger trades rather than taking smaller profit? We want to take more of a profit, obviously, on the trades that's set up on the Russell, particularly on the selling side, because you can see there we've had a really long run up and we're starting to get some good selling action now. The price is starting to break down. So we wanted to pick up a lot of the strong selling days on the Russell. So what I basically did was I went to the Russell strategy, and previously what we had a situation where we weren't really taking profit, or we weren't letting the trades run on these bigger selling days. So yesterday we had one of those days where this was basically how the system was set up. It had a trailing stop, a percentage trailing stop. So as price whipped back, we would get taken out, and then a new trade would set up. But what that does is what that means is you're taking more trades, you're pretty much taking less profit, and you've got more potential for slippage. Now, yesterday was a great day. Obviously, we had 4 really good trades there setting up on the sell side, and that netted out around about, if we have a look at our daily chart, we netted out around about $1,710. So that was pretty good, but that was based on the old strategy that hadn't been re-engineered or re-optimized. So what I did about a month ago is I went into this strategy and I thought, well, how do I pick up more of these moves that break down and run for 10, 15, 20 points on the Russell, and how do we get more of that move? So we decided to start using what we call the support resistance stop. So this, you can see here, these thick red lines, they're our dynamic resistance. They tend to keep you in the trade. It's rare when you've got a strong selling day that those resistance levels will get broken if there's a lot of selling pressure. So what I did was I basically set up my trailing stop to sit just above these resistance levels. And what happened was interesting, because I've been waiting for a week or so now to see it really kind of come together, but last night it worked beautifully. So we got into the short here, as we did on the previous chart, and we didn't get taken out. Price basically just stayed slightly above that resistance level and finally got us out down the bottom here, short support resistance stop, and that netted out $2,400. So we were able to take $2,400 last night instead of what we would have got previously would have been around about $1,700. So that's just a great result, and it means that we're taking less trades, getting more of the profit, and it means that from a performance point of view, our monthly performance now for April has gone up to 7,000 with the new strategy. The old strategy would have had us with a profit of about 2,700, almost 2,800. So what we've effectively done there is we've got a 259% increase in our performance just by re-engineering or re-optimizing our strategy. So that's a massive improvement, and the beauty of it is that we're sharing our strategies within our group. So our group was able to capitalize on that type of setup, and that's just one example of many that we have running on our system. So I just thought I'd give you a little bit of an update on that. So a really great night, obviously, on the Russell. We're able to pick up a trade that we're seeing happen regularly, and I'm going to go through a couple of DAX strategies later on today where we've done exactly the same thing. We've been able to capitalize on some of these great moves by just re-engineering or tweaking our strategies just to take care of the volatility, or basically just to capitalize on that volatility. Now that strategy was created by Mark. That those settings were created by Mark, so he's done a fantastic job there. So well done, Mark. Great work. And as I mentioned before, just tweaking it a little bit, we're able to get just that little bit more profit out, or a lot more profit out, which is fantastic. So well done to our group, and well done to Mark. Just before I go, traders, I want to just quickly show you why it's so important to make sure that you've got plenty of fat in your systems, and making sure that your average trade net profit is as high as possible. So let's just have a quick look at the slippage last night. The trade netted out 24.20, but we actually had on our performance report 24.45 as far as profit. So you can see there that the real trade delivered 24.20, but our actual strategy had us in for 24.45. So you can see that there's $25 worth of slippage in that one trade. So you've got to, when you're developing up your systems, you need to be very careful that there are going to be some nights where the market's moving a little bit quicker, that you're going to get a little bit of slippage. So you've got to be able to factor that into your strategies. That's why we always promote or really push the concept of a higher average trade net profit. It's critical for your overall results, and that's really a great example there. If you have a look at the chart itself, which we'll go into now, so if we go into the actual chart, the live trading chart, you can see there that it wasn't too bad. There's a little bit of slippage at the top, but you can see the actual live trade and then the strategy trade. So it wasn't too bad, but you can get a little bit of slippage with some of these markets, particularly when they start to increase their volatility, and that's something we need to kind of be cognizant of when we're trading and when we're tracking our strategies. So just a little bit of a confirmation there on making sure that you're very aware of the fact that increase in volatility offers up great profit, but you've also got to just watch the slippage component of your trades as well. Thanks for joining us today, traders. If you'd like to become part of our team in 2014, it's very simple. All you need to do, contact either myself or Luke at info@gmtfutures.com, and we can get you started pretty much straight away. So if you've always wanted to become a professional trader and you want to start using a high performance automated system, then definitely send us an email, info@gmtfutures.com or shane@gmtfutures.com, or you can either give us a call at 617-336-00875 and we can get you started straight away. So any questions, feel free to send them through. Otherwise, have a fantastic day, and I look forward to catching you on the next update. Cheers.